Great news! They have a feature now where you can explore the classroom in Cambly. No more having to wait until you get your first student to know what the classroom looks like. You can now get in there and bounce around and get comfortable with the settings and how to use it, especially the screen share option. Um, I've it's still a little limited when it comes to the lesson materials, but at least you can look to see what it looks like and how you can find the different features. Let me show you.
Okay. Oh, happy day. So now they have a feature on Cambly where you actually have 10 minutes to poke around in the classroom. This is an empty classroom. They will actually put you in an empty classroom. So it says explore as much as you like. See what's new, try things out, check your tech setup, no lessons, no pressure. So it says you'll see your student here and you are here by yourself. So the way it's set up, if it's a Cambly Kids lesson, you'll see the lesson over here. Or if it's an adult that has a lesson, then in this space here, you'll see the lesson. If there's a lesson and it's not free talk, you'll see a lesson here. And then you'll see the student here, right above you, and you'll be down here. Now, for the student's view, you're at the top. Like you're the bigger one at the top, and they're smaller at the bottom. For us as the tutors, we're smaller at the bottom and we see the student. We're like equal size once they enter the classroom. All right. So, right up here, you have where you can mute your mic. You can mute it. I use this quite often, especially when Oliver, that's my 2-year-old, if Oliver starts crying, or if any of my kids, my firstborn, who is 23, she lives on her own now and is engaged. And so I still have an 18-year-old, 17-year-old, 7-year-old, and 2-year-old in my house. So they bust in on me quite often when they're home. So I'll mute it to say something to them. And I try to, when I say something to them, then I try to talk like I'm not moving my lips, like, what do you need? So that the student doesn't see me moving my lips. Because if I mute and then I start talking, they'd be like, teacher, I can't hear you. They think I'm talking to them. Or I go off camera a little bit like this and say what I need to say and then come back on camera. But there's the mute right there. And so let me unmute myself. There's no one in here, anyways. And then this little gear. Oh, it's not. There it goes. This is your camera and your mic setting. So when I used to teach K-12, I used to be like, I used to tell the students, check the gear so you can hear. So you go to the gear, make sure you can hear and see. Or say you wanted to switch over to a different mic, you might need to go up here and switch that over manually. A lot of times it doesn't automatically pick up. So if you're having issues with your microphone picking up, or you have an external camera, and you can switch it here with that gear. And then this right here is a screen share feature. When you hover over these, it tells you what it is. So this is your screen share. So when you click it, it gives you the option to share your screen, and that will show up here once you share your screen. So I never do entire screen because they can see, I normally have other tabs open. If I do an entire screen, they can see every movement I make. I don't like that. So I always go to window, and I'll, like, say I had a tab, I'll pull my tab and make it a separate window. I'll pull it from here. Like, say I had a tab like this, right? And so I wanted to show them something like parachute. I wanted to show him parachute or something. And I'm like, okay, we're going to look this up. And I'm like, oh, let me show you. Like, they're like, teacher, what's that? I will show you. So I'll get a different tab and I'll pull up a whole bunch of parachutes like this. Then I like to just pull it. And then it makes it smaller like this on my computer. Then I'll go back to the classroom. I'll click window and I'll click that. Now, it takes me back here so that I could see it. And now look, it popped up in the classroom. Now, keep in mind, when you're pointing like this, you can see your arrow, but they can't see you pointing. They don't see your arrow. But if you go to here and you're pointing, they can see. Let me move this aside so you can see. They can see, you see how they can see that? They can see where you're pointing to. So I'm like this one right here. You see the parachute? So keep that in mind. You need to go to the screen that is being shared to use your pointer so that they can see what you're pointing to if you're trying to point out something specific on your screen share. Okay? Hopefully that's not too confusing. Hopefully you understand what I'm talking about with that. But yeah, that's screen share, and you can always go to stop sharing. And then you got to go back to the Cambly classroom, and it'll just take you back. If the lesson, whatever was up on there before, which normally would be the lesson, it'll pop back up. Okay. And then we have, this one is the refresh. So instead of going up here and refreshing, you can actually refresh the classroom right here. Like reload, refresh the page. And here, if you press these 3 buttons here, come on, it gives you the option to show your whiteboard. So when I give them brain breaks, I click show whiteboard so we can play tic-tac-toe. So we'll do like little brain breaks where we're playing tic-tac-toe. Tic-tac-toe! So they love that. And there's no erase button yet. But for the whiteboard, there is. You can clear your whiteboard. Now, if you click hide whiteboard, then look what it does. Normally, it'll, if there's a lesson here, then it'll just make it to where it's just you and the student. There will be nothing. No lesson, no whiteboard. It'll just be you and the student on there. So don't click hide whiteboard if you're trying to go back to the lesson. You would go to show lesson plan, and it'll take you to where the lesson is. Since there's no real lesson pulled up, then you're not able to see that. Let's see if it'll let me pull up a lesson here. And then here, I want to show you this here. This will show you your student's profile. If you go to the folder, think about, I'm going to pull up their file folder. If you want to make this student a regular, be like, yeah, this is going to be my regular. You can do that here. You can also do it outside of the classroom. But this is one way you can do it if you already know. You learn a student's name, how to pronounce it. You click here to add pronunciation and type in how you would pronounce their name. Other tutors will be able to see that too. So they can see what you put. Now, your private notes, other tutors will not be able to see that. That's for you. So I like to put things about what the student likes, their birthday, their favorite color, if they have siblings. Things I noted in the classroom, I might say distracts very easy, what they, maybe they don't like puppets, maybe they love a certain puppet. So then I know when I have that student again, maybe I'll greet them with that puppet. It really helps you personalize their experience. Now, I'll tell you, I say all this, but I do not prep my classes at all, ever. I'll go into that. That'll have to be a separate video. Then right here, you see that? That will make it to where you can change your lesson materials. So if you have things saved or you want to, I have a lot of saved links here for different things, especially for the younger students. You can go under there and click on those save links. And then this bell, sometimes I'm like, who do I have next? It'll show you who you have, what classes you have coming up. So I have no more today. I've already done all my classes for today, but it's telling me I have 5 events coming up starting at 5 a.m. tomorrow. And you can click on show all to show them. So see, now my time is about to run out. All the rest of this is self-explanatory. You can kind of go in and play with that. And then in lesson here, you would click that Now, normally it'll just end on its own. When the time runs out, the lesson will just end. But if for any reason, like the student hasn't came back and you waited the amount of time it tells you to wait, then you can go ahead and end lesson here. Or, see, there you go. I didn't click that. It did it on its own. My time ran out. So the lesson has ended. And it's going to just stay on this page. So you have to click go to home. And it'll take you back to your home page right here. And you see this right here? For some reason, it always tells me my ringtone is muted. And look, I've been marked as regulars only until November 23rd. And there was something I didn't even do. I don't even know why this is here. I tried to appeal it and it won't let me appeal because I've appealed within the last 30 days. But it's not even something I would do. That will be another video as well, as far as how sensitive the system is. I have regulars and I do priority hour anyways, so it doesn't affect me at all. I still get fully booked, so I really don't care. But the fact that I get these quite often is really annoying. I get one of these like once every 2 weeks, and it's really annoying. And 85% of the time, it's a Cambly issue. But like I said, that'll be another video. So there you go. Now you get to navigate the classroom. And you want to do it again? It's right here. It'll say explore the classroom. Try it. And you click here and you can go in and just play around in the classroom. This is new. This feature was not always there. It used to be like you find out when you have class. Good luck. So I'm glad. I don't know why it took so many years for them to do this, but I am grateful for people that are just, trying to get the hang of things. You can go in and play around. And then they've been doing a lot of changes. All the changes have been great for the most part, except for this thing up here where you have to appeal and it just automatically puts you on regulars only for a period of time. But aside from that, a lot of the changes have been really good. So you can always click here to try the classroom. Hopefully that helps you. If you have any questions, let me know. In the meantime, TTFN.